Hello everybody, I'm Alyssa and welcome back to Book Bar and welcome to the next round of Are These Month's New Releases Worth It? This November, there are again a ton of new releases. A lot of them are Christmas romances, and so I'm not going to be reading any of the Christmas romances because that might be for something else, cough cough, in the future. Who knows? So I'm not going to be reading any of the Christmas romances. There are a ton. They sound phenomenal. We'll see. Again, also, I'm only going to be reading the books that end up on KU or that I am able to download from the library when they come out. And I don't love buying ebooks unless I have a pre-order for a physical book copy of it. But none of the ones this month do I have pre-orders for other than Iron Flame. But I'm not going to be reading this for this vlog because it's the second book in a series, and yeah, I don't want to spoil anything. So, but I will be reading that. And that one I do have pre-order, but other than that, I don't have any books like pre-ordered that are coming out this month. And usually pre-orders don't get to me in time anyways, so yeah. Most of the time, if I'm going to read a book, it's going to be on KU. So yeah. These will all be most likely KU, or occasionally, like if I can get the pre-order for like 99 cents for the ebook, I'll do it, because a lot of times I have credits from purchases that I make where I just do the wait and save. Usually I don't need anything, usually it's only like a day after next day, so like Prime is within 2 days and like this one's within 3 days. Usually I don't need anything like that urgently. Sometimes I do, and I won't do the wait and save, but sometimes I don't. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be reading, but there are books that sound fantastic to me. Kiwi Tyler's new one, The Worst Kept Secret, sounds great. There is a book I was supposed to get an ARC for, and I don't know what happened. Something happened, and I didn't get it, but it's Unsteady by Peyton and Corrine. That sounds adorable. It's hockey. They're both, it's broken boy, broken girl. They heal each other. It just sounds so good. Then there's Outdrawn by Deanna Gray, I believe. It's sapphic. Sounds amazing. I think it's eminent. Rivals to Lovers. Love a good Rivals to Lovers. After the Storm by Pavlov. I know I said I wasn't going to read Iron Flame because it's the second book, but it's the 5th book in a interconnected standalone series, and I have been loving the series, so I probably will end up reading that. It might end up being like Shadows of You, where I just listen to it and I get lost in the time of it and end up just doing one quick clip at the end. What else is coming out? There's so many books that I can't even think right now. What else is coming out? Something I'm really excited for. I don't even know. Ice Bet by Ashley Silvis is coming out soon. Sounds good. Didn't love the first book, so I don't know that I'll read it in this one. We'll see. But I will end up reading 4 or 5 new releases that come out. Of course, there was one I was looking at. I really wanted to read. I'm filming this already a couple days into the month, but I really wanted to read The Santa Pageant, which I know I said I wasn't going to read holiday romances, but I really wanted to read The Santa Pageant, but it's not on KU, and that depressed me. So that's why I did the, if I can't get it on KU. Also, I can't get it from my library, and it's like a $4.99 ebook, and I'm not going to, usually my credits I got $3.99, and 99 cents isn't a lot, but what if I don't love it? I wasted $4.99. So I don't know. My library did have where where it would notify me if they put it in, so it means that they're thinking about getting it. So, which is good, because it is a heroine, a bisexual heroine and a non-binary main character. So, yeah, I'm excited. I feel like I need to read more non-binary rep in books. I don't read it enough. I should be better about it, but yeah, there's a book, it's gonna bug me. Why? Oh, it's Love Under Starlight by, I can't think of the author, but I'll put it right here. It's set in India. It sounds fantastic. I know that there was another book that came out this year that was set in New York, or came out last year maybe, but this one just sounds amazing. Grumpy heroine, sunshine hero, they're roommates. It sounds so good. So I'm excited for that one. That'll probably be in this vlog. Who knows? There's a couple that come out later in the month. We'll see if I get to them. But yeah, I did not expect this to be as long as it was. I'm gonna go, and I will talk to you all when I have read my first new release. Hello, good morning. I am freshly out of the shower, and I am 25% of the way through Unsteady by Peyton Corrine, and I am loving it. It's Reese and Sadie. Is that toothpaste on my chin? That is toothpaste on my chin. Wonderful. It is Reese and Sadie, and Reese is a hockey player who in the prologue gets severely injured on the ice and like can't talk, can't see, having all sorts of issues. And then he's now just like, he's having anxiety being back on the ice, and he goes to kind of like a camp to help kids, and he meets Liam and Oliver, and Liam is like this adorable little like 5 or 6 year old, and he's just so cute. And Oliver is a kind of a grumpy like 11-year-old, maybe 12-year-old, something like, he's in middle school, I think is what they said. And they're the last 2 at the camp, and this young lady comes in, and Reese assumes that it is their mom. It's actually their older sister, Sadie. And the next morning, Sadie is at the rink going to skate early to get extra practice in because she's a figure skater. And Reese is there on the ice, like having a panic attack. And so she tries to help him out. Then they end up having, like sharing the ice, and it helps him not have so much anxiety with having her there. So yeah, it's good so far. I feel bad. Sadie's family is a train wreck. By that, I mean her mom like left them, and her dad's an alcoholic, and Oliver has all sorts of issues because he's upset because he remembers times when it wasn't so bad, and Liam's just adorable. And yeah, but I'm having a good time with it. They had a kiss. They shared a kiss, and she like freaked out because she really can't be doing anything. Like, she has to focus on her brothers and school and ice skating and like and working, and a boy would throw all that off. So yeah, I'm gonna go because I want to read, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Hello, I am home now, and also 50% of the way through Unsteady by Peyton Corrine, and having a great time with it. Sadie and Reese are still just kind of hanging around each other. They've started being like friends with benefits, but Sadie's still very like wary of being with anyone because of her family and everything. So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see how this all goes. The authors put like a lot of fun TikToks on, and I've only seen like one of those scenes happen, so I'm excited to see them all play out as the story goes on. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it and having a great time. These debut authors are just killing it lately, so I'm gonna go because I want to keep reading, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Hello. It is super late, and I am super tired, and I am 75% of the way through Unsteady by Peyton Corrine, and I am still loving it. I'm having a great time. I'm hoping that there's not really a third act breakup, because they kind of had a 50% of the way complication. So we'll see. But yeah, something just happened, and he helped her, and it was so sweet and cute and adorable, and she like wanted to fight back, and then he was like, no, I just want to help. Like, I know you can do it, but you need someone to be there for you. And it was sweet and adorable. And yeah, I'm having a great time with it. So I'm going to go because I want to take my makeup off and put my PJs on and go to bed because it is 1 a.m. and I'm very tired. So I'm going to go, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Hello. Good evening. I have finished Unsteady, Peyton Corrine, and I'm obsessed. Like, it's definitely a new favorite. I can't wait to read more from this author. I love it. It's so good. So good. 5 stars, of course. Yeah, definitely one that you should go pick up if you have not read it already. It is fantastic. Reese and Sadie have my heart, along with Oliver and Liam. They were just, their like found family aspect of this was beautiful. The way that Reese's family like took in Sadie and her siblings. Like, no questions asked, just loved on them. It was beautiful. I loved it so much. Like, definitely one that I think that you should read. Like, if you don't read any of the other new releases from November, read this one. It is so freaking good, and it deserves all the hype. And by that, I mean it deserves more hype. Like, it is so good. I love it. So, yes. But yeah, that is all I have for Unsteady. And I'm excited for my next new release that I'm going to pick up. And all the other ones this month, but definitely pick up Unsteady. But yeah, I'll talk to you all in the next one. I am 25% of the way into The Worst Kept Secret by Kibi Tyler. This is my second Kibi Tyler book, and I'm having a lot better time with it than I did with the first one. It's just starts you off real soon. But this is best friend's dad. It's age gap. I can't think of their names. Let's see if I can pull it up. Maybe. I think her name is Avery. Yes. So it is Avery and Theo. And Avery has lived next door to Theo for quite some time. And she's been best friends with his son forever, practically. But she's also always kind of had a crush on Theo. And now it's the night of her college graduation party. And they've had some moments, her and Theo have had some moments in the past couple months where things gotten hot and heavy. But Theo was worried because he's pretty sure his son is madly in love with Avery. But Avery does not reciprocate the feelings. So she feels them for the dad. So, you know, things are going with them. And it is a good time. I will say, I love a good age gap. One of my favorite books of all time is Birthday Girl. But I do hate when they talk about when they were young. Like, when she was like 13, 15. I hate that. I don't love that. Feels icky. Very, very icky. So, I don't love that aspect of it. But she is 21. So, she's well over age of any type of consent and adulthood. So, we're good. But, yeah. I don't know if it says how old he is, but I mean, he is her best friend's dad. And he has an older sister. So, it's at least, I would say, a 16-year age gap. Probably more. Just, I would assume. But at minimum, I would say it's at least 16 years. And that would be, he had his daughter at like 14. So, possibly even more than that. But yeah, it's a good time. I'm having a good time with it. And I'm going to go so I can continue. And I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Hello. Good evening. Afternoon. Last night I got to 50% of The Worst Kept Secret by Kibi Tyler. And I don't know. I was really enjoying the first 25%. I feel like it's kind of gone down a little bit this last 25%, but who knows? Obviously they're not being very, I mean, it is called The Worst Kept Secret, so I'm assuming everyone's gonna, like, it's not gonna be, everyone's gonna be like, obviously you guys have been together. But I don't know. It's good, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're being very, like, so it's raining hard, which is why I'm filming this, because I live in Texas and the rain comes in like waves. Like, it'll rain really hard for like 2 minutes and then it'll slow down, and that's when I'll go inside, when it kind of slows down. So yes. But where was I feel like they're being very like obvious about it, and like they're not being sneaky enough, and Lucas, the son, is going to find out and he's going to be heartbroken. And yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure. And like, there's been like comments made by like her mom, Avery's mom, was like, oh, don't ever do that to your dad. Like, sleep with someone older that's his age, which is exactly what she's doing. And she's like, oh, I would never. Yeah, I don't know. So, but I'm gonna go because I do want to read more of it today. And the rain is starting to let up, so I got a couple minutes to run inside before it gets heavy again. And I will talk to you all in the next one. I am 75% of the way through The Worst Kept Secret by Keep Tyler. And I just know what's going to happen and the issues it's going to cause and the third act conflict that's going to happen. I mean, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But I have a feeling that it's going to hit these beats and it's just going to piss me off because we're at 75% and they're still like hiding their relationship. But like they're not doing that great of a job at hiding it. So people are going to find out and they're going to get hurt. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. So we'll see. Like early on, this book was like giving me 5-star feels. Like I was like, yes. And the more, like the further I'm getting into it, the more I'm like, I don't know. So I'm going to go because I want to keep reading. And I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Hello. Good morning. I finished The Worst Kept Secret last night. And it did not go how I thought it would, which was good. Like, it was a pleasant surprise. But it didn't happen the way I thought it would. I mean, it kind of did, but it worked in the story, whereas I wasn't thinking it was going to work, and it ended up working out in the end. It was fine. I mean, it was going to work out in the end. It was a romance. But, like, the way it all played out happened to be okay. Yeah, I ended up giving it 4.5 stars. I wrote it down because it was like a low 4.5, like closer to 4 than 4.5 or than 5. So I gave it 4.5. But it was super cute, and I definitely now I know like I vibe with Keep Tyler's writing. Like I didn't love Forget Me Not, but I had a great time with this one, so I will definitely read more. I definitely want to read the her other release from this year, what was meant to be the dad's best friend or parents' best friend, because I think it's both her parents' best friends. So I'm excited to continue with that. But yeah, that is all I have. There are no other like November releases coming out for like another week or a couple days, so it'll be a little while before I update this vlog again. But yeah, I had a good time with it. It's definitely worth it. Like, it's not very long. It took me a while to read it because I was reading like 4 other things while I was also reading on. Because generally what I do is I have a book going on. I try to have like different genres going. I usually have an audiobook, and that could be like anything. And then I have, sometimes I have a physical, not always. It just depends on like what I'm doing. And then I have an iPad book and a Kindle book because I have 2 Kindle Unlimited accounts. I have my own account because I have like I don't always have 2 accounts. Usually I only have 1. But I have my own account on my Amazon Prime that I had like a deal where I had like 3 months free, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it because then I could have double the checkouts. So I actually have 40 checkouts and not 20. Not that I use all, sometimes I a lot of times have crossover between the 2. It's just like depending on what I'm feeling. And then I always have a book on my regular Kindle also. And so I was reading The Worst Kept Secret on my iPad, so I had other books going on at the same time. So that's why it took me a while to read, but it is like a one sitting read for sure. Maybe 2, but I had a great time with it. So I'm gonna go because I have quite a bit of filming to do today. It's right before Thanksgiving, or not right before, but we still have a couple weeks. But I will be gone for an entire week during Thanksgiving, and I don't want my channel to suffer. I had all this stuff planned for when I was gone last week for a couple days, and it just ended up not working out the way I wanted it to. I got really, like, I ended up not loving the stuff that I had filmed, and I just didn't feel like editing. I wanted to be like with my family, and then like I did edit, and then I forgot to upload, and it was just, I was busy, and yeah, spending time with my family. So it made sense, and that's probably what I want to do, what I'll do when I'm gone for Thanksgiving. So other than like a couple vlog clips here and there. I'm not gonna want to film or edit. So I need to get it all done in the next like 2 weekends because that's all I have before Thanksgiving. So like uploading's not hard. I can do that. It's the editing and the filming that ends up being difficult. So yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm gonna go and finish doing my makeup and my hair because yeah, I'm using the Naked Heat palette today. I have like every Naked palette. I get them every year for Christmas. I think I talked about it in a previous vlog. I get them every year for Christmas. So my mom always gets me a Naked palette. So I have like every one. And I know makeup expires and whatnot, but because it's dry, I don't think it's as bad as like wet stuff because they won't get bacteria in them. And I wash my brushes often enough. I don't use wet brushes on my palettes ever. Like I always make sure my brushes are super dry. So I think that it's safe. I've never had any issues. And like some of these palettes I've had since college. I mean, I have 10 palettes, so I have at least 10 years worth of eyeshadow here. And yeah, that seems about right. But yeah, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Y'all don't care. So I'm gonna go because yeah, I've already said that like 3 times. And now I'm just rambling. I've been rambling for 5.5 minutes. So who knows how much of this will actually make it into the vlog, but I will talk to you all in the next one. Hello. Good morning. I finished after the storm last night. I started and finished it. I did not want to stop because I was just having a great time with it. 5 stars easily. It is easily the best book in the series, and that series was all really good books. So yeah, but it just solidified my like second chance romance being my top trope. It was beautiful. It is Presley and Cage is a single dad to a little Gracie, and she's adorable. And you knew from the first book that he had someone that he let get away. I wasn't sure if this was actually going to end up being Gracie's mom or not. It was not, but you learn like what happened between him and Presley, and it was just absolutely adorable, and I loved it, and I give 5 stars. And I definitely think like you could read it as on its own and it would stand up just fine, or you could read the whole series, and the whole series is phenomenal. The audiobooks are fantastic. I had a great time with it. So yeah, that is the end of 5 After the Storm. But I definitely think you should pick it up. It's great. So far, all of the books I read this month have been fantastic. All of the new releases I've read this month have been fantastic. So yeah, I am going to go. I went and got Starbucks. I'm trying something new. Let's see. This is a iced sugar cookie almond milk latte. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. A little sweet. But, I mean, I guess it is sugar cookie, so I should have expected that. But it is pretty good. So, I'm going to go. So, I'm going to go home. And I will talk to you all when I read my next book. Hello. Good morning. Last night, I got to 25% of the way through Love Under Starlight by N.M. Patel. I'm having a great time with it. It's super cute so far. Very, like, low romance right now. But it's also like he falls first, like he's already gone for her. It's Luke and Mira, and Mira she lives on her family land in India, and with her mom and her younger brother. Her dad committed suicide, so content warnings for that. And you learn that like in the first chapter, so it's not like a spoiler. And Luke is going to stay there, like board there for the summer. And yeah, it's cute so far. He's like, he can't speak. Mira speaks English, so they can communicate, but he can't communicate with anyone else. So it's kind of a like language barrier, but not between the main couple. But it's adorable so far, and I'm excited. The way that Luke like cares for Mira's little brother Hari is just adorable, and the way he kind of stands up for her against her mom without like being rude about it, like he knows, and it's just cute so far. I'm having a good time. I'm excited to see them like connect more. It's grumpy heroine, sunshine hero, which is like one of my favorite things. I love it so much. But yeah, I'm gonna go because I need to go to work, and I just had to update you guys right now because I don't know that I'll be able to update again for a while. It's the day before Thanksgiving, so I'm driving up to the airport today, and then I'll be at the airport, and then I'm flying home to my parents in California, and then I'll be at my parents' house, and like there's just nowhere to film. So yeah, I will update you all when I can. Hi, hello. I am 50% of the way through Love Under Starlight by N.M. Patel, and it is so adorable. I like am loving it. It's taking me a really long time to read because I'm visiting family and I just haven't had a lot of time. Like every time I do have time to read, I end up just getting like super exhausted and falling asleep. Like so, but I am determined to get it done by like tomorrow. But I am absolutely obsessed. It is so cute. Luke is just such a cinnamon roll, adorable. Like he like just wants to protect Mira, and it's so cute. Their first kiss had me absolutely giddy, like kicking my feet, like just giddy. It was so adorable. But yeah, I'm having a great time with it. Another fantastic new release. So I'm gonna go because I'm going to meet a friend for lunch, and yeah, so I will talk to you all when I get to 75%. Hello. I am 75% of the way through Love Under Starlight by N.M. Patel, and I am loving it. I teared up a little bit because Luke had to go back to America and leave Mira. But, I mean, of course, it's a romance, so something is going to work out. I don't know whether he's going to move there, but, like, his business, he is supposed to take over his dad's business with his friend Sam, who's from the first book. I didn't read the first book. I probably will now. I had never heard of it until I heard about this one, but I didn't have time to read the first one before reading this one, and so I didn't, but I'm enjoying it, and I've seen like the couple a little bit, so whoa, should have put the parking brake on. But yeah, I'm having a good time with it. I don't know what's gonna happen, but obviously it's a romance, so I know they're gonna end up together, and yeah, I don't know how it's all gonna work out, but I'm excited to find out. Yeah, but I did tear up a little bit when he left because like he got really close to like Mira's little brother Hari, and Hari like at first was just like, oh okay, he said he's coming back, but then like as like he realized that Hari was really upset about it. He just didn't know how to, I mean he's only 10, so he didn't know how to like show his emotions, so, but he did end up like kind of throwing like a temper tantrum when Al happened. So yeah, but I'm gonna go because I need to get some Starbucks and go back to my parents' house because it's my last day in town, and my mom took off half of the day so that we could spend time together before I leave. So I need to not be out doing things so that I could actually spend some time with Mom. But yeah, I'm gonna go, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Hello, good evening. I am here to wrap up my thoughts on Love Under Starlight by N.M. Patel, and I also have a crumble taste test for the week. So, you know, the usual. But I loved Love Under Starlight. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars. It was a little slow at some parts, but I loved it. The like how it all worked out in the end, you know, the last one I said that I was sad because Luke had to go back to America, and it was super cute, like what happened and like how it all played out, how they made things work, and it was just adorable, and I loved it. And yeah, I gave it 4.5 stars. It was just like I said, there were some parts that were a little slow, and I wish there would have been a little bit more, like, yeah, I just wish it would have had a little bit more. So, but I was great. Grumpy heroine, sunshine hero, set in India, which is different. So there's a part in New York, but non-Western setting, which is always fun. Interracial couple, written by an Indian author. So yeah, it was a great time. I really enjoyed it, and I definitely think it's one that you should pick up. But now for the fun part, the crumble taste test. I've already cut them. I got 5 of the flavors this week. I didn't get the chocolate because I just wasn't in the mood for the chocolate chip. But there's blondie cake, birthday cake or something. Peanut butter with Butterfinger, triple berry cobbler, some sort of like peppermint bark situation, and frozen hot chocolate. So we're gonna go in the order of how, least likely, like the one I think I'm gonna like the least, the one I think I'm gonna like the most. The one I think I'm gonna like the least is the triple berry cobbler. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that one and taste it. Yeah, that one's not great. It has like an oatmeal cookie, so just not great. Next up, I think I'm gonna go frozen hot chocolate because I think I've had this one before and I remember not completely loving it, but we are gonna go with it. Maybe if it'll come off. Here it is with the marshmallow and everything. That was amazing. That was so good. That one definitely is number 1 so far. Now we're gonna go with the peppermint bark situation. That one was good, but not as good as the frozen hot chocolate. But it was good. It had like a good pepperminty flavor, which I love peppermint, so yes. So I'd say that's number 2. Now we're gonna go with the birthday cake blondie. I love anything with sprinkles. Delicious. That one's just like a classic birthday cake cookie. It was very good. So I would probably, that one's number 2. That one goes ahead of the, but like, I don't know, the frozen hot chocolate was just phenomenal. So that one so far is number 2. Now we're gonna go with the last one, and that is the peanut butter with the Butterfinger on top. That one was also amazing. Yeah. Like 3 of those phenomenal, amazing, delicious, new favorite crumble cookies. The peppermint bark situation was delicious, but like I could give or take it. And the triple berry cobbler was gross, but I mean, not gross, but just not something that I think I'm going to order again. Like if I see it on the menu, it's not gonna be one that I'm like, I need that. Whereas the other 3, for sure. So I'd probably say peanut butter 1, just because I love peanut butter. I love peanut butter cookies. Yeah. Frozen hot chocolate 2, the birthday cake blondie 3, the peppermint bark 4, and the triple berry cobbler 5. And then I didn't get the chocolate chip this week, just because it's chocolate chip. It's a solid cookie, but it's not my favorite. So yeah, I'm gonna go because I gotta go read my last book for this. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm gonna go so I can work on this puzzle that I have sitting next to me. And I'll talk to you all in the next one. Hello, good afternoon. I am 25% of the way through Outdrawn by Deanna Gray, and it is super cute so far. It's interesting. I'm not sure, like, I don't know how things are gonna happen, but I can see the startings of things. But this follows Noah and Sage, and Noah is just starting to work for her dream job at a comic company, and she is going to be working with her like nemesis kind of, but also a girl she's kind of always had a crush on. So they're gonna be working together on this comic, and the nemesis girl, Sage, didn't know, like, didn't realize who was going to be working with her. And she is none too happy about this revelation that someone is going to be working under her, because she thinks she should be at the top, that she shouldn't have anyone co-writing with her, and she thinks she's best. Because so far, like, as of right now, she has been the best, and nobody's really challenged her, and Noah is here to do that. So it's cute so far. Very much like a rival. I love a good work rivals to lovers story, and that's what this is giving. It's also black love and sapphic, so it's fun so far. I'm having a good time with it. There haven't been like many like romantic-y moments so far, because it is like rivals to lovers, so we're still fully in like the rivals mode. But Sage is kind of starting to like realize, maybe I like this girl more than I should. They went to college together, and they were friends, kind of like they never really like talked, but like they would like draw stories to each other. And then one day Sage got a girlfriend that was in their class, and it kind of broke Noah's heart, because Noah thought that they were like starting something, but she must have misread the signs, although we don't know from Sage's point of view what happened yet. So I don't know, but I'm having a good time with it. I'm excited to continue. This is not a debut. There have been other books by this author, but this is the first book I read by this author. And yeah, I'm excited to continue, and I will talk to you all when I get to 50%. My hair is wild today. I don't know what's going on with it, but that's fine. It's a short day, so that's why. I'm gonna go so I can do some chores, and I'll talk to you all at the next one. Hello, I am 50% of the way through Outdrawn by Deanna Gray, and I'm having a great time with it. It's taking me forever to read because I just have not had time. Same with, well, you'll see it, the next book, the last book that I read for this vlog, but weirdly, I finished that one because that one was on my Kindle, and I could read my Kindle in bed, whereas I didn't want to read my iPad in bed because I have to share a bed with my mom when I go home to California because I just don't have a room anymore, and the iPad's big. So my Kindle is small and easily like maneuvered, whereas the iPad's a little bit bigger. So I've been reading that one on my iPad, and it's just taking me a lot longer. But yeah, it doesn't matter. You guys don't care about what order I'm reading these books in. But I am 50% in, and I'm having a great time with it. Noah and Sage are finally like, they're still very antagonistic. Like there's still there's very little hints of romance so far. You can like in there when like there's very little flirting happening. There's been some, like this last chapter before 50% was very much like flirting. Things are progressing romantically, and yeah, I'm having a good time with it. So, but they're battling it out in Inkmic, I think is the fake like webtoon type thing. They're battling it out on there, and so far Sage is winning, but kind of seems like they're taking more of Noah's ideas at the company that they work for, Harpy Comics. They're taking more of her ideas because Sage kind of says like she's like selling out, and she's like, no, I just know like I'm appealing to the masses. Like you can't alienate people just because you don't want to write that. And so she's like writing more, she's still like keeping the same story, but she's writing more like viewer friendly stuff. So yeah, they went to a middle school and did a little talk, and there was a little bit of flirting there. And we know something's going on with Sage at home. We saw a little bit of her home life. But yeah, it's good so far. I'm having a good time, and I'm excited to continue. I hopefully will get this finished. Somehow I ended up I'm going to be like having a video every day in December because I didn't post any videos. I had all these videos uploaded and edited and everything. I just didn't get around to like putting them live on, and then some like the vlogs and stuff just haven't been edited because I just didn't have time. So I have a ton of videos that need to go up on YouTube. So there'll be a lot of content in December, but that's okay. Like every other day, it seems like, probably. I have to sit down and like figure out how I'm going to do it. But tomorrow's the last day of the month, so I need to finish this book and get this uploaded, hopefully on the 1st. So I'll talk to you all in the next one. Hello, good evening. I am 50% of the no, 75% of the way through Outdrawn by Deanna Ray, and I'm really enjoying it. Flying through it now. It took me a little bit to get into it, but now that I'm in, I am flying. They're finally, like, the relationship has progressed. They're adorable. Noah and Sage are just super cute and quite hot together. So yeah, I'm having a good time with it, and I'm gonna go so I can finish. But yeah, it's good. It's very, like, they're like work rivals, kind of. Like, Sage is ahead of Noah progressively, like where they are in, like, their positions, but Noah's on her way to being as good as Sage, and, like, Sage knows that. And so at first, like, she's like, no. And also just, like, with what Sage is dealing with personally, she, like, is, like, wanting to push people away. But, like, Noah's not having that. And, like, when Sage tries to push her away, Noah's like, nope, not doing this, pulling you back in. And yeah, it's just adorable. They've talked about, like, their insecurities with each other. There is something going on with Noah's hand that she hasn't really told Sage about fully, but I'm wondering if that's coming. So yeah, I said it before, but I'm gonna go so I can finish this book because I'm really enjoying it, and I want to finish it. So I will talk to you all in the next one. Hello. Good afternoon. I finished Outdrawn by Deanna Gray, and I gave it 4 stars. I had a good time with it. The end was a little predictable, but also, like, a pleasant surprise that there was no third act breakup, which is great. There is a conflict, but it doesn't break them up. Actually, there's a couple conflicts, but nothing breaks them up, which is great. I don't mind. I mean, obviously you need to have a conflict to keep the story going, otherwise it's just boring. But I love when the conflict is, like, worked out and not unnecessary drama that breaks them up, especially in a slow burn, because this was definitely a slow burn. Like, nothing really happened between the two of them until, like, they were rivals. They didn't like each other until about 50%. And yeah, but I had a good time with it. And it was a wonderful Black love, sapphic romance. I don't know that I've read one before that had all of those boxes, but it was great, and definitely one that you should read. So yeah, and I think I did this all out of order, but it's fine. We're gonna end the vlog here because this was the last book that I finished, even though it was technically, I started it before the other one. And I think I talked about in the last clip that I was gonna read that one last, but we're gonna close the vlog out here because I need to get it uploaded because it's the last day of November. And so yeah, it doesn't make sense to not have it be, like, early in December. So yeah, I read 5 books. All 5 of them were 4 or 5 stars, I think. I'm trying to think of what I read. Oh yeah, I read Unsteady by Peyton, Corrine, which is a new favorite. Absolutely loved that. Will probably be on my top 10 of the year. Like, just phenomenal. Absolutely adored it. And everyone should read it. And then I read Unsteady. I read The Worst Kept Secret by QB Tyler. I had a great time with that. Started off great, kind of went down a little bit at the end, but still gave it 4 stars. I had a great time with it. Then I read After the Storm by Pavlov, which was just phenomenal. That whole series was great. And that last book broke my heart. Put it back together, all of the things. Then I read Love Under Starlight by Patel. Fantastic, 4.5 stars, loved it. Then I read Outdrawn, and that was a 5-star read. So, or 4-star read, sorry. So 2 5 stars, a 4.5 star, and a 4 star, or 2 4 stars. Fantastic, great time. So yeah, the November releases were phenomenal. But if you made it to the end of this video, leave me a turkey because Thanksgiving month. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. all the fun stuff. It really helps me out. I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Bye.